Guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Trigger Acid Darling. Thank you guys so much for clicking once again. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. And to all my OGs, you know what to do. Like this video, comment down below, let me know. Gang. Now, today's video is a very serious topic, and I want all of us to discuss because most of you that have been following this channel, you know primarily my entire journey. I came into Canada 2 years ago, to be 2 years this year. I came from Nigeria. So typically we're seen as expats. Some people call themselves immigrants, expats, immigrants, whatever. Skilled workers that were attracted to a place. And most times we face definitely discriminations. But my first question will be, do you think, because I get this a lot, do you think immigrants should talk about mass immigration? Like if immigrants come online and say, oh, this thing is, there has been mass immigration, especially because we also are immigrants, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think that immigrants have a say? Because I did a video once and someone was like, focus on what brought you to Canada, try and get your PR and leave politics, because silly. As far as I'm concerned, you sound silly. Very silly. First, of course, I have my PR, but still, you sound very silly. Simply because a system brought you in, does it now mean? I'm not saying that everybody should be fine with whatever is going on, because this is where the slippery slope is. And 100% those that know me know this woke ideology is just crazy. I'm Nigerian, so I can tell you I don't buy into it. There are Nigerians that are woke and they have gone. Congrats to you, but. Why? Because when people ask, oh, do you face racism or racist behaviors and all, I will call you for what it is. There and then I'll shut it down. I will not insist that everybody in Canada is racist because one person was foolish. And I try to educate people. My mouth is not good. I always tell them in the office, please don't be silly around me. Don't try it, because I will give you something to think about. So that is my own approach, and that's how how do I put it, self-esteem I used to come out is. I find that people here are more, I'm leading somewhere because UK is on fire right now. UK is on fire. And I need us to not keep quiet about this topic. It's not going to be the topic that gives you the most revenue or the most views, but it's a very important topic, especially those of us that are men that will have daughters, women that are mothers, women that they themselves are daughters. Everybody needs to watch out for this, okay? Why I'm saying this is because I find that white people are so afraid of being called racist. You're so afraid. Yes, if you're racist, you're racist. But then there's an ignorant fear that comes with being called racist. Like, I can see it, and please, I feel like it's like patronizing somebody when you're too, oh my God, maybe you see a black person with their natural hair. Oh my God, I love your hair. You must not love it. You must not love it. There's sometimes that we even come here and say, brush your hair well. Simply because it's natural and it's out there doesn't mean that you must love it. Even us Nigerians, we can say, oh, Nigerian to Nigerian, make sure you brush your hair. But when you see it and it's scattered, you think that that's how it's supposed to be. And then you are not forced to give backhanded compliment like, I like your hair. Because tell me why. This entire story coming out of the UK, that there have been gangs that have been molesting kids, young kids. The race mainly that they found was the white demography. Mainly people from Pakistan. Muslim, British, Pakistani people. That's the people that journalists have gotten. But we are so woke that nobody wants to mention the place so that it's not racism. No, it's a no for me. I believe this, we should go into name and shame. We have to name and shame. Mention it. We are so woke that media right now cannot even use the word rape gang. They say it's grooming gangs. What? Because there are a few pockets of people that are now so sensitive to information. You would even see on social media there are certain things that are words that they have removed from social media, like you can't put it. If you put it, they flag your video, they flag your statement, they flag. What is the world turning into? Somebody would pass away and they say, oh, the person was unalived. What is that? Is that even English? Because we as content creators are finding a way to go around those things. And even on the what they call topic of this video, I can't call it for what it is. I might have had to maybe remove one word or change one spelling here and there just so that it passes the algorithm and it's not flagged down or I don't get a strike. But seriously, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
There were migrant rape gangs in England that would run around and prey on young girls, gang rape them, and some people found that objectionable, which obviously it should be objectionable. And they were upset about that. And so they complained about it online and were sent to prison. That sounds crazy.
Elon Musk drawing attention to the historic and horrific child sexual abuse scandal in the UK. He was soon joined by J.K. Rowling, the British novelist best known for her Harry Potter fantasy series. British MPs joined the chorus too, all demanding accountability after hundreds of children were sexually abused in the UK. So why did the uproar start? It started after UK's Safeguarding Minister Jess Phillips formally denied requests for the Home Office to lead a public inquiry into child sexual exploitation in Oldham. She said it is for the Oldham Council alone to decide to commission an inquiry locally rather than for the government to intervene, just like the towns of Rotherham and Telford commissioned their own inquiry. Musk directly challenged Jess Phillips and Prime Minister Keir Starmer. She deserves to be in jail, Musk said for Phillips. On Keir Starmer, he said, who was the head of the Crown Prosecution Service when rape gangs were allowed to exploit young girls without facing justice. Keir Starmer, 2008 to 2013. He added, in the UK, serious crimes such as rape require the Crown Prosecution Service's approval for the police to charge suspects. As Musk called for King Charles to dissolve Parliament and order a general election over the charges, he found support from a whistleblower who had resigned from Greater Manchester Police in 2012. Maggie Oliver said Keir Starmer was as guilty as anyone else. But the UK government is pushing back against the criticism.
Those that are spreading lies and misinformation as far and as wide as possible, they're not interested in victims, they're interested in themselves.
So what exactly is the scandal? A national inquiry by Professor Alexis J looked into abuse by organized groups after many sexual offenders who targeted children were convicted across the UK between 2010 and 2014, including in Rotherham, Cornwall, Derbyshire, Rochdale and Bristol. The inquiry concluded in 2022 with 20 recommendations. Professor J had previously led a landmark local inquiry into widespread abuse in Rotherham, which found that at least 1,400 minors were systematically abused over 16 years in Rotherham alone. This happened from 1997 to 2013. Most of the victims were young girls. They were targeted, manipulated and trafficked. They suffered abuse so appalling, it defies comprehension. Victims faced extreme forms of abuse. They were raped by multiple perpetrators, trafficked and intimidated. Accounts of abuse suffered are chilling. Children were doused in petrol and threatened with immolation. They were forced to witness violent rapes and subjected to threats involving guns. Many victims lived in constant fear as their abusers used physical violence and psychological coercion to control and silence them. For some, the abuse started when they were as young as 11 years. And who were the abusers? Organized groups of men, most of them were of British Pakistani origin.
Authorities downplayed their Pakistani heritage as they feared being labelled racist, so they wouldn't call a spade a spade. This fear led to widespread inaction. Exploitation continued unchecked and perpetrators were emboldened.
I want to say to the public, Nigerians that are living in UK, any immigrant living in the UK, even the whites that are living in the UK, because immigrants are from different shade. I know that maybe your background or wherever you're coming from is okay to tell your daughter to just move and what's it called, to just go to school herself, cross the road herself, go to buy this in this store, go to buy that in that store. It ends now. I'm sorry, it ends now. I don't care the number of shifts you need to pick and not to pick. You might need to cancel some shifts because this is a scar that will end the life of your daughter. I don't know how much money we are planning to make. It's not going to work. 2025, we are going to be saying things as it is. I came on this channel once and said, you know what, there are people that are so blessed, especially when you have a daughter as the first child. She can be very hands-on, take care of her younger ones, and be there for everybody. But somehow we kind of make these children grow up so fast, the kind of responsibilities and everything they have to do. They are going to the store, they are going to this place. Just the walk from the park to the house can be dangerous. These people are working in gangs. This is not one man. One man can overpower an 11-year-old girl. These girls are 11. Do you know what 11 is? Jesus Christ. My youngest sister is going to be 22. I think she's already 22 or she's going to be 22. I forget. Anybody that needs her will not be seen. I'm not okay. Make sure if you are a mad person, find the genealogy of the person you are getting close to, because if he includes me in any way, shape or form, there's going to be a problem. 40 years, 50 years, I will not forget. I will not. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Even if you sleep that first day, I assure you, please do not sleep. Don't sleep for long. Because there is no way. I'm seeing the faces of these people. In fact, there are videos. I'm going to attach a video. This was Elon Musk had to speak about it. The current prime minister was in charge of a certain arm that covered some of these hideous things, because these people have glorified their political growth more than the pains of children. As far as I'm concerned, every policy in the UK should come to a halt until this thing is sorted. Whether it reach your border, or whether it reach your this. I know everybody's going to shout, but you're an immigrant. Why will you talk about border? They should close it first. They should go and look for the numbers that are coming out. The numbers that we are listening to for girls. Jesus Christ. So you are raising a generation of scarred women. You say we should throw it under the rug and keep on, things have happened. Let us now. There is jail, and we should bring back firing squad. I don't care what people think. That is my opinion. Nobody, imagine being in UK and being a mother of a victim and still having to work to pay taxes to the government. The government will use your tax to fund the prison where the attacker is staying. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. These are sensitive topics. It's not the one that we need to rethink. Especially for those of you that are planning to go to the UK, and your plan is how your daughters will be sorting themselves out. You go to the shop, you go to market, you go, hey, let's not do that. Instead, leave them there. Instead, you stay there. I'm not saying that things are overtly fantastic in Nigeria, but there's a system of the people that do this. Most times when people say it, okay, it's within the family, fine and good. When they are caught, they are dealt like that, and then it's left to the family. Some families prioritize pride over punishment of the attacker. But having gangs like this existing is not existing in where I'm from. I'm sorry, it's not existing in where I'm from. I'm from Nigeria, River State, Port Harcourt. It's not gang. A gang of men who gather and prey on girls. I'm telling you where I'm from. They will all not have manhood. It would have been cut off. It would have been cut off. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because the king, from one of the videos we checked out, I had checked out, they said the king had been called to dissolve. I think it was Elon Musk that said the king should dissolve the parliament and this should be state of emergency. Elon Musk has children. I feel like the way people react, some people that are reacting with dragging feet also have kids. I had to ask that question, should immigrants discuss this type of things? Because the first thing is, oh, is the people coming in, oh, is this, oh, is that? And now there's a fresh open fight against the Muslims. I am from Nigeria. We have a lot of Muslims in Nigeria. There are many cases where Muslims and Christians marry. In fact, it's very popular in the West. There are some Muslims that They just want to live their life quietly and all. There are other radical Muslims that believe some certain ideologies. And there was a video that was gotten of a radical Muslim doing kind of like a program on TV where she was calling for people to, yes, go ahead and molest children of infidels. The infidels in this part are people that are not Muslims. They are children that, yes, Allah will give them reward or something like that, that you have to punish them by doing that in front of them to show them that, my goodness, what is going on? Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And bonus points, if you're a Muslim, let us know what is going on. Because at this point, I feel like the punishment is going to, when he snowballs, even the children of the calm Muslims have to be afraid. It's not a joke. Yes. When this thing snowballs, where it's already gathering a lot of attention, this has been the news that has been boiling over the week in the UK. We will still follow that up. We have our mess here in Canada that we thought was important until I heard this one and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are we even saying? This is a matter of urgency because it's human lives. This is like war. This is like a terrorist attack. It is no jokes, and I keep saying it. That's why the first time when Donald Trump was talking about, not funding Canada, I mean, they are funding Canada to the tune of over 200 billion per year, and we're not giving them anything. And I'm in support. Why would I? It's bad business. US is owing trillions of dollars. They cannot be putting their nose in everybody's business. Because what that does is that whether you like it or not, it's only a matter of time. You see that Iraq, that people went to scatter. The children of the people that were killed are growing. They will come back. They will not bomb US. They will use another means. There will be another means, and this will only affect the children, the descendants. These are acts of terrorism. Acts of terrorism, scarring an entire generation. It's a terrorist attack. Whether you like it or not, you can say, oh my God, the children will survive. It's a mental thing. Those are now the people that will bring forth the next generation of people in Britain, right? Guys, let me know your thoughts. That's the same way I feel it's a terrorist attack. With the number of people, over 40,000 people that die from drug overdose in Canada. It's a terrorist attack. Silently cleaning out the young people here. That's why I'm against it. Like, why will you decriminalize something? They come in. Somebody say, oh, if you decriminalize it, only the government will have access to it. Therefore, people will not have the option to buy because the government is selling. Will you shut up your mouth? What kind of nonsense is that? People that talk like that, I saw the comments. I didn't even have the strength to go and reply. It's like I will look for you and reply. Do you know how foolish you sound? The government is saying that this thing is no longer a criminal offense. And me, the government, I'm selling it for 2 naira. Fine and good. Me, if it's business, I will go to China. I will buy this thing. 40,000. I will land in Canada. Book condo. It's about network. Government, how many people can you reach? So you want people to trek to your center to get this thing for 10 naira. I will have people in condos that can give it to them for 25. Because they will calculate the extra 15 they will use to go and locate your 10. Let's just buy from this person selling 25. And the 25, what they do is, the first 3 doors may be free. When you are hooked, you come. 25. That's business. That's how you know the difference between when a businessman is running a place and when somebody that doesn't understand business is running a place. Because you think it's emotional. We are here to do business. We are your friends. Because this person is selling 10 naira, I will trek. There's a cost of inconvenience, and that is what they're leveraging on. The big condos that are overpriced, who do you think can pay for it? If it's not a cartel, if it's not a drug cartel, who can pay for it? They sit down there, they get their people that are working under them, pay condos for them. Each condo in that downtown in Toronto had people. Mississauga was the worst. That Marilyn Monroe condo that is so fine, headquarters, then they there. If you put your ears to the ground, you will hear. But then government acts oblivious. The same thing in UK. The same thing is happening in UK. The conservative have been asking, in fact, I think was it yesterday or today, depending on the time, Canada, we or one time zone is different. They were at the parliament and they were calling for a national inquiry into this matter. They say, the inquiry will take many years. So let them just start acting. Acting on what? The investigation is going to bring down a lot of people. And that's what they're afraid of. They need proper investigation. Utilize Elon Musk will be in US and be pressurizing this thing because he knows what is going on. That's what people are afraid of. They're afraid of people are always afraid of change. People are afraid of change. If you know that he has the Twitter, X, and the satellites and whatever, why not utilize it if you're truly working for the victims, right? Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Sometimes this is how I feel, like when you're talking about things that are being perpetrated by immigrants, whether they are from Nigeria, from a different place, but I'm still an immigrant, and having this face telling you that that's bullshit. It's always a shock. It's like, why for us? Simply because I'm black doesn't mean I entertain stupidity. Don't do that. That's the same thing when people were talking like this their new woke when Kamala was running. I was like, who is this? We are black. She's a lady. We should follow her. I don't used to entertain foolishness. I don't do that. I don't do this. Don't. That's you can call everything you want, but what is clear is clear. You cannot be silly and just think that simply, this one looks like me. This one is an immigrant, so it's my vote, me and you. 2025, my biggest prayer is that the woke ideology dies. It should die. You cannot be. I also see, at the other hand, black people that are exploiting it. You cannot be silly on purpose, and the first thing you shout is racism. Don't try that in there. You try it around white people. Don't try it near me. That's how one foolish girl, when I did one shift, I was telling you guys, at Canadian Forces, she was just acting silly. All her colleagues were avoiding her. She was working with a German old lady. This one, she used to just act foolish. Brother foolishness near me. I cured her immediately. So don't see if you try it. That's, I think, Micah's birthday last year. Because that was, we walked into the night. She was like, all these black girls that come in. And the girl is darker than me. I'm like, you say, who is black girls? That she has a 2-year-old. I said, my son just turned 6. If you try me, we'll meet outside. They mad. Hey, everybody was so... I said, no, don't try that nonsense near me. Don't try it. What are you being silly for? You want to... Oh, it's me. Like, imagine a black person looking at me and wanting to shout, why are you attacking me? Are you racist? That's the fear. Like, imagine a government that is more afraid of being called racist than calling a spade a spade. God forbid that... See, wokeness should die. It should die. Let us attack those that want to cool. Because the truth is, simply because you're afraid of being racist, now makes you racist. Because people are like, oh my God, people are saying the N-word. People are saying the U. Those are silly, those backhanded sensitivity, fake sensitivity. It's worse for me. It sounds more racist than for you to just treat me as a normal person. Must the color of my skin be into consideration when I'm giving you facts? Can you not just listen and use sense? And then you're like, oh, but as a black person, as a colored... I'm just very blessed that nobody's saying those foolish things near me, because there's a way I will answer you, you will not even like it. You would be healed. We need to go away from it. That way, more people can have these conversations, because there are immigrants that are going through certain things, and the only thing they want to do is to be grateful, to just be surviving in wherever they are. They want to keep quiet. There are immigrant families that have been victims of these acts. They cannot cry out because they're already minority. They're already minority. No money is too much. These are your children. Nobody's going to tell you this, but I tell you, these are your kids. This is your daughter. There's no amount of shifts. There's no amount of money that is more than protecting your own child. There are some neighborhoods you people have to pack out from. Guys, follow me as I see a house, 5-bedroom for 250. Pack out from that place. Pack out from that place. There are people that are altars. That's why when I say enter a place, always any new house you enter, pray. Walk around the streets. Pray. Walk with your spirit before you move into a neighborhood. It's important. There are certain places in Manchester that you shouldn't live in. It is cheap, but don't live there. There are certain places. Put your ears to the ground. Go check. Where are the hot spots? Don't live there. If you're already hearing and you're about to go to the UK, start to check the places. You might be better off staying in one remote place in Scotland where you just go to your shop, you go to your house, you go. It's better you're safe and alive. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. The world as we know it is changing. Topics are changing. We're counting down to the inauguration of the US president. We're counting down our own because breaking news, a group of people have sued the Canadian government that they cannot prorogue the parliament for their own personal gain. I don't know if that has a case because that has been done twice before, but nothing personal. And now this news out of UK, it's just crazy. Everybody's moving away from the pathway of immigration. And then when you look at the situation of things on ground, what we are seeing is more reasons why they should move away from it. More reasons why. And the funny thing is, some of these crimes are committed by people that have already naturalized. They're already British. They're already in. It's crazy. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As usual, I remain your girl, Asidale. Feel free to share. And as always, make sure to check out my other videos. And I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.